Okay, the last drawing for this semester is the door bearing. We are back in our inch template, first of all. Keep that in mind. The fact that we are in inches, we were using a 1.5 inch space in between the views, and we're going to stick with that. We're not going to change it now. Typically the mistake is the height of this slot. The distance from the bottom to the top of the slot is 1 inch, which means this base material will be 1 minus 0.12. So this base material is only going to be 0.88 inches thick, because the 1 inch is to the top of this raised slot. I don't have that much else to say. We're just going to get right into it. So that being said, most of our dimensional information comes in the right side of this part. So I'm going to set 88.88. And work right here off the right side for a good portion of this. 162 across the top. And we'll start making some other features here. This drops straight down for a little bit. 188 comes in 0.12. Makes this little undercut right here. From here, we're going to measure over, down, and back up to make that groove cut here in the top. So 0.38, 0.5 down, 0.38, 0.5 back up, and 0.38. This comes down at an angle. We don't really know exactly where it meets at this point. We do know that this backside is 1.62 up from the bottom. This will now allow us to create that angle on the backside. It's not an angle measurement, it is from point to point. We have a groove that goes through the bottom, and as we measure across, it is 0.38 over, 0.26 up, 0.75 or 0.76, 0.75, and back down and over. We could come and construct a raised slot, but I wouldn't say we'd be guessing, but it necessarily doesn't line up with the center here. I would create that slot in another view prior to creating it. There's also an edge that goes across here. The fact that it's a 45-degree angle, we could measure 1 inch down and do that, but I'd wait till you have something to project off of. All right, object line, hidden line. Might as well change that now. Okay. We measure in 1/2 inch on both sides. And these will drop straight down to the base. This is due to the fact you can easily see this 1/2 inch on this side, but this overall length of this vertical section is 2.76. So 3.76 minus 2.76 minus 0.5 gives you a 1/2 inch left over on this side. We have a 45-degree angle at 1 inch. I have my 45-degree angle snap turned on. Project straight down. The edge of that machined face comes right across. I have this back edge that will be a hidden line, and I have the groove that goes through that will be a hidden line. I'll run that all the way across. It's close to the midpoint. Actually, it should be on the midpoint, but these two are going to be hidden. Okay, so we've taken care of everything really but the slot in the front and the right side view. Projection to the top. This is that groove, or sorry, this is the width here at the top. This is the 45-degree angle cut. And now we're going to project from the right side. So as this comes up over and across, take these off as we go. This groove is going to continue across. Mirroring doesn't help here. It's not a symmetrical object. So there's no mirroring involved. And this is that back side. So this will come into play as we go to project this. All right, so this groove that goes through the top, this edge is actually going to stop right here. So I'm going to trim that one off. This line won't exist because that's on that machined angled face in the back. So let's take some of these off. Oops, not the whole thing. Okay. There'll be a hidden, darn it. I just trimmed that off and then I deleted it. There will be a hidden line for that little undercut. And this is the hidden line. Okay. This back machine face will fade at an angle, and that is directly from here where that takes place. So this surface actually flares out. That is, oops, sorry, wrong point. Forget that projection. This surface here, that flared out, that trapezoid, is actually this being cut at the angle. Okay. 45-degree angle projection here, said earlier. And all I should have to do now is create the slot. No, this is the projection. I think I do these ahead of time, then forget stuff. These lines do not extend out past. This is where that groove starts and stops. So this surface in here is this surface right here. Okay, to the slot. We know that this slot takes place 0.75 inches in, 1 inch over, and then the distance from center to center is 1.76. So I'm going to delete this now because I have marks for my slot that I need to create. So this is a slot width is 0.5 for the inner slot. Then the outer slot is a radius of 0.5. I guess I should draw this in radius. Is a radius of 0.5 and a radius of 0.5. Tangent lines at the quadrant points, and we'll trim this out. Quite a bit of trimming involved here. There's the outer. Here's the inner. Okay. So we need to project this all the way through as well. So it does line up here. So you only have to worry about taking a measurement vertically. This one's going to go all the way through. I think I would create the raised slot. The fact that it's raised in this view first. So this is 0.12. All right, so 0.12. I'll have a line that goes across here. Actually, I know it's 1, and drop it straight down. Now this line can project here. All right, so this and this line up. Well, we'll put some fillets in here, but that's the starting point for that raised slot. So we do need to project the inner slot information. And this will go all the way through. These will become hidden lines, and I might as well project my center line. There we go. Okay. That line's not straight. It is not straight, or it does not line up on the bottom. It is awful close. Oh, 0.125 extends up past the edge of the object, and that is a center line. A little more. Line type appears. These are hidden. Okay. Ooh. Lost it somehow. So all I really need to do is bring this inner line down. It does go through that raised slot. And same with this one. These will be hidden lines. And gotta stop here at this hidden line. And then I have some center lines. I should have 2 center lines for both centers of the slot. The raised slot to the groove. Raised slot to the bottom of the groove. All right, so these will be center 2s. Change that dimension up. So these are centers. These are hidden. Put some fillets on, and we'll dimension this here in the next video before I run out of time.